Hey guys, what's good? It's 3 a.m. editing rowing right now. I've got another sparring breakdown for you guys. God, I need to work on my sleep schedule. Anyway, that's beside the point. We did boxing, we did kickboxing, we did wrestling. I think we're getting a little bit better at each one, just incremental improvements. You know, I mean, posting a video once a week, you're going to see very incremental improvements. Anyway, I had some specific goals in this session. I was trying to work on, like I've said before, being more aggressive, keeping my hands up, like I said in that last video, and I think I did a much better job of having my hands up throughout this whole video, as opposed to last week's video, or the week before that, or the week before that. I've just been doing a ton of solo drilling, a lot on the double end bag, where I'm whoop, 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 just single shots, just working on getting those back. And it seems to be working out. So, trying to create that muscle memory, get rid of the old bad habits, and reinstill the original good habits that I actually used to have back when I used to do this a little more regularly, and I used to take classes and whatnot. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Planning to get back in classes soon. Money has been tight for so long. But we're starting to clear up those debts, and hopefully soon I'll be able to be back in Muay Thai. I think I'm going to focus heavily on kickboxing. That's been my decision as of recently, and so getting back into Muay Thai specifically is what's going to be important for me. He might end up taking the MMA class, which means, you know, we see each other in the Muay Thai classes, because those, you know, it's run by the same gym. But he'd also get to do his boxing classes, MMA classes. And then he's going to really surpass me in those two areas and definitely be able to beat me up just normally. But when we do our kickboxing rounds, I'm going to fuck him up. Anyway, I don't know. That's just the thought process right now. Don't know if I should really be sharing all that. I'll probably cut some of that out. We'll see. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy. Kickboxing, I think I would wipe the floor with him. Still making some mistakes. You see my hands drop there before I throw that hook, but hey, the hook landed. And I'm definitely initially doing a much better job of putting the pressure on him. As the round goes on, you'll see it looks like he lands a lot of shots, but honestly, because my hands were up for most of the round, they really didn't do much. They didn't really land. A couple ones snuck in through there, and a couple times I put my hands a little too low and I got caught. But for the most part, I blocked most of that. Given that I've now decided that my main focus should be kickboxing, and the boxing rounds are really just to make my kickboxing better, I should work on not exaggerating that head movement so much and not ducking all the way off to the side where I could easily get kicked in the head if kicks were allowed here. In this moment, I'm dropping my hands on purpose, trying to bait a punch so I can throw a pull counter, which I don't end up doing, but it was worth a shot. Given where he was there, that punch couldn't have had anything on it, and if he had just stuck with it, he could have really boxed me up in there, but I think because we were sparring light, he felt like that punch was going to be more than it was. Also, that cross interrupting my uppercut was pretty clean, bro. I did sneak that overhand in, but it wasn't the best shot, but you'll see I make it work a little better in a minute here. Slipped that one punch, blocked the second, and then countered with a hook. I was actually really proud of that.
That went right past my guard.
Yeah, like I said in the video, even though it looked like I blocked it, he got that hook right around my guard and caught me honest. My punches are still a little too swinging and wild. I gotta work on making them a little crisper. They look a lot better in my solo practice, but you know, everything goes to shit with a little bit of pressure. I did like this clinch up and then throw a combo where I'm switching up levels quite a bit though. And that right there was a solid body shot. Totally timed the counter wrong there and absolutely could have got punched for it. I was just lucky. Then I fucked up the range. I don't even know what's going on with me there. Now that was a nice overhand. Thought I was going to eat into him with a nice body shot, but
Ooh, nice.
he caught me honest with that hook to the head, and it took all the sting off that punch. And there, we're both pretty much just blocking each other's shots, and that's the end of the round, so time for kickboxing.
That was a really good round.
So I immediately open with a nice teep, and we had enough going on with the legs that I knew I could land a cross, so I did. Alternating between rear and lead leg roundhouses. Right now I'm trying to get him thinking low. Then I hit an inside check to a spinning hammer fist that, yeah, it landed on his glove, but I could have extended through if I was trying to. I'm still flinching more than I should when punches are coming at me. Also, that leaping left hook worked for me, just like always. And I did a nice little thing there where I timed that round kick, avoided it just a little bit by dropping my hips back, and then landed a teep. Now I'm trying to set up my Superman punch, and he does do a good job of interrupting my repeat leg kicks with a jab. Then he pushes into clinch, and we'll see how that goes for me here in a second. He's actually getting kind of formidable in the clinch. Got his elbows tucked down, and since he's so strong, he's actually able to break my posture. I was trying to fight for inside position, but I just couldn't get it. So instead I go for a cross face to break the clinch. Then I put a couple of round kicks to the liver on him. Since he was in the corner and there was really nowhere for him to go, that wheel kick probably would have landed, but I didn't extend it because I didn't want to, slam my heel into his head. And there's that Superman punch I was talking about earlier. Told you I was trying to set it up. I do my fake high, fake low, and then throw the high hook. And then, because I get caught up and I can feel he's about to clinch me again, I just spin straight through for another spinning hammer fist, but that one didn't land. Trying to circle to outside my elbows, so I hit him in the body with another round kick. Next, I try and go up top with the other leg, and he actually fades back just in time to avoid it. Now I'm trying to do a new setup for my wheel kick where I get him to put himself in the right place, so I don't have to step off to the outside. And yeah, it only slapped his glove, but that's because I only wanted it to slap his glove. Found myself in a slightly awkward position, so I did a sliding side kick with my lead leg to recover, which is not something I'm all that used to doing, but I kind of like it. I think he was a little overwhelmed because he rushed to clinch me, and now we're going to see me get revenge for last week. When you look at our hip positions, you can tell which one of us is going to get the sweep. He was actually the one trying to. I know it looks like I put my foot there. He put his foot. I went for a jab to the body, but he countered me while I was throwing it with a round kick to my leg that buckled my leg and made it so I couldn't throw any further punches. Once we clinch up, I throw a straight knee, but then I just keep it there, use it to stretch us out a little bit, and then catch him with a jab.
You couldn't have got much power.
And now it's time for our wrestling round. It's important to remember the context here, though. This wrestling round was solely for the purpose of MMA. We're trying to get to a position where we can do ground and pound, since neither of us really knows jiu-jitsu. My footwork there was trash, and it ended up breaking my alignment in my center, which meant that there was no way I was ever going to get that takedown. And, yeah, he broke free from it.
Partially because of a mistake, honestly, but still, yes, you did.
I did a decent job of sprawling out that time at the very least. Then he reverses my takedown and starts to try and scramble. And I immediately go to put him in a guard because that's about as much jiu-jitsu as I know. And this part, honestly, probably isn't the most interesting because I don't know jiu-jitsu, so I couldn't do anything to submit him. And he doesn't know jiu-jitsu, so he couldn't do anything to get out of my guard. So we were just sort of at an impasse. I was holding the back of his head, trying to control his posture. Holding one of his arms, with a bicep tie, trying to keep him from being able to throw any effective ground and pound. Then he goes to a crossface, and then I end up shrimping out to the side after we readjust the position so we weren't about to slam my head into a wall. And we both get up. But at this point, I am very, very gassed, and it shows. If he wasn't just such a good training partner right there, he would have been able to slam me so easily. And I pull him right back into guard, this time with sort of a headlock as my way of controlling his posture. I shrimp out and then sprawl out on top of him, and the timer goes, which I was very lucky about because I was so incredibly gassed. And that is all for this week. Please remember to do all the YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, share the video, comment, dislike it. Some interaction. Always cool. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good one.